Ever wonder what tariffs actually do? Well, let's break it down in under a minute. Tariffs are essentially a tax on imported goods. Governments use them for two reasons. Number one, to collect additional revenue, which is what Trump is trying to do. And number two is to encourage local businesses and local population to buy American or buy Canadian and just keep stuff local rather than buying from someone else. So tariffs are bad for two reasons. Number one, it increases the cost of imported goods. And if you don't have a supply chain or you don't have manufacturing in place already, then anything you import or have to import is automatically going to increase in price. Tariffs are also bad because ultimately it ends up into a trade war, a tit for tat. You tariff me, I tariff you, and now all of a sudden there's tariffs on both sides of the border, which is what we're seeing potentially play out right now. The US applying tariffs on Canadian goods is ultimately bad for Canadians because if they don't buy our goods because of the tariffs, then we're not selling as much. But here's the twist. With a very weak Canadian dollar right now, maybe the tariffs aren't quite as impactful as maybe some of them are suggesting they might be. With the US dollar being considerably stronger and having way more buying power against the Canadian dollar, let's just say, for example, a 25% tariff might end up being more like a 10% tariff and might not be worthwhile completely disrupting the supply chain. With a weak Canadian dollar, it means that everyone's buying power can go further in Canada and might increase the supply and maybe increase the chances of people actually buying anyways. So what do you think? Do you think tariffs are a good thing? Tariffs are a bad thing? Maybe it's good to say, hey, listen, let's buy more Canadian goods and keep the money here. Or maybe it's a bad thing saying, hey, listen, we got a good thing going. Let's not disrupt it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.